Hey everybody, it's Code Black. Don't worry, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. But here's what I can tell you. I apologize for the inconsistency of the uploads. When you get a busy week out of the blue, it kind of messes with things, because normally I get my Tuesdays off, and long story short, that didn't happen. Kind of threw a monkey wrench into my whole plans as far as YouTube was concerned. But I appreciate you guys still watching some of the other content while I was away. Everything should be back to normal, and then, like I said, yeah, we should be good. So I apologize for that little layover. Everything's back to normal for the most part. So in the last episode, we growl-seeded Brock into oblivion, which is honestly one of the funner ways to do that battle, because it is kind of monotonous if you've played the game a bunch of times like myself, and you are kind of used to always doing it with a type advantage. I mean, we had one technically, but we used a different technique to beat him, and it just makes the game a lot more enjoyable when you kind of go off script on stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's pretty simple to stick to what works, the tried and true method. And while I do know that Growl Seed has been, worked on and perfected, because obviously, I never would have thought of that strategy. It's a lot of fun to actually try it out in person. I had a blast in that last episode. So, a lot of fun stuff like that. Obviously, in the next gym, we're not going to have that much trouble, hopefully, because I foresee Pikachu and Ivysaur really kind of running Pain Train on Misty. So I'm actually not too concerned with this next gym battle. What I am concerned about, however, is the infamous second rival battle. I kind of have a little PTSD with that from all my speedruns. If you've ever speedrun Pokemon before, you understand that Gary's second battle, or Blue, or whatever you call him. Did I really not buy any more potions? I thought I bought 3. What the hell? Yikes. If you've fought him before, Gary, the second form on a speedrun, you know that it's very RNG based, and it can get nasty real quick if you're not careful. So it should be a lot better, because we're not going to be doing a speedrun. I might actually do one of those one day. I already have one up. I'd have to go find the link to the playlist. I have speedrun Pokemon Red before, just not on my own channel, because, like, as you guys probably didn't know, I was really lazy in the past. Now it's not an issue of being lazy, but an issue of having the time. Like, I really have a lot of big plans for my YouTube, even if it never really turns into anything, because I don't really plan on that. I still, at one point or another, want to play Resident Evil 7 on my channel, and maybe even the remake, or even play all of them. That'd be kind of fun. I think that'd be a cool little series to play every single Resident Evil game. I'm not a god at them by any means, but I would definitely have a lot of fun doing that. So that may be a playthrough we do here coming soon. Because I've been looking into another Elgato, because mine broke. Because I did have one once upon a time. And it just randomly quit working one day. So I am in the process of looking for a better quality one, and one that I might be able to stream with. I might even stream some stuff coming up. I mean, there's a lot on my plate. There's a lot I want to do. Just gotta find that time. Or be better with recording management. Because obviously, if you're really good at recording ahead of time, you can avoid a lot of these problems. So right now, we're really just kind of giving the squad some much-needed EXP. I mean, the thing about Pokemon is that when you play the game normally, it's not really difficult, and it never has been. I think that's one of the glaring issues I've always had with the Pokemon series, is that it's not really hard. The only real way it becomes challenging is on self-imposed challenges, which are obviously the classics, like, oh, I'm gonna do a Nuzlocke run, or whatever you decide to do. As far as that's concerned, like, that's really the only way you get a challenge out of any Pokemon game. Otherwise, it's just kind of it. Like, it is what it is. It's supposed to be for children. But the difficulty never really hikes up in any way. Especially when you've been playing it as long as I have. Oh boy. This is a quick attack Rattata, and he actually could kill me. With, yeah, the combination he's about to pull off here. This may kill me anyway. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we were playing with fire there. I thought maybe we'd be able to get away with kind of risking it a little bit there, but it turns out that is not the case. Is this where he learns Confusion? Damn, he sucks in Gen 1. This is trash. I don't even think I can Leech Seed this guy, which kind of is unfortunate. Oh, you can. I thought he was unaffected by it, because he is. Nice. Now we're in a good spot. Then we're going to growl him for good measure. Wrap isn't really that powerful anyway, but I would much rather not take the chances here. So a good key thing to think about with Ekans is if you struggle with this fight, which you shouldn't, if you do have a Butterfree, it's super effective. But think of it as any one of these Pokemon is, or the Ekans line is very weak to special attacks. So moves that are special related and not physical are way more valuable against them. They have a high base defense though, is how I think I remember seeing it. Because I always wondered to myself why Ekans never took any damage. It's because he's got a ridiculous base defense. This should be Vine Whip. Okay, at least I'm not forgetting this. I was thinking of Ember, or I think it's Flame Wheel. Because Cyndaquil learns that at... No, he doesn't learn it at 14. Who learns the move at 14? I know Cyndaquil evolves at 14. I love Cyndaquil. He's my Gen 2 guy. It's funny how I went from Bulbasaur in Gen 1 being my favorite starter to Cyndaquil, and then I kind of stopped playing Pokemon after that. I'm one of those guys. I wasn't here for the Ruby and Sapphire generation. I actually didn't really like... This might be an unpopular opinion, but just really wasn't a fan of the style of anything. I like the Pokemon, I just don't like the games. I think the last Pokemon game I tried to play was Pokemon Black and White 2, and I was not a fan. I like it, it's just Pokemon's a game that's kind of outgrown me a little bit. As far as, like, the new ones. I love the old ones, can play them any day of the week. Because I did play Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so there you go. But if you guys have any memories of Pokemon, leave them down in the comment section below. Did you and anybody else in here kind of fall off the Pokemon hype train? I know we got Shield and, what, Sword coming out? And I do own a Switch, and I have been heavily thinking I'm probably going to try it out. Just so I can say that I played the new Pokemon next-gen game that's actually going to be out on a console. And if I have an Elgato, maybe I'll just stream, or not stream it, but maybe I'll just make a YouTube video out of it. That'd be kind of fun. Play a new game when it releases. Oh boy, Metapod. Really just here to ramp up the difficulty here. If only he had an offensive move that wasn't Tackle. It's kind of a hilarious punishment. So, don't get me wrong, I completely understand the reasoning behind them making Caterpie and Metapod so weak. Because Butterfree is somewhat decent. He's not very good competitively, but as far as the game is concerned, he's viable, he's okay. Like, anything that isn't complete hot garbage is good in normal Pokemon. In fact, any Pokemon could probably be good. I think the only one you might struggle with without heavily grinding are like really weak base Pokemon. But Caterpie and Metapod were made weak because they get an early stage 3. And because of the nature of Pokemon and how it works with stat increases being based off what stage of evolution they're on, So like Butterfree gets a stat boost from evolving into Metapod, and then he gets another stat boost when evolving into Butterfree. It's not gigantic, but you can definitely tell a difference between a base Pokemon and a Butterfree getting hit with a move. The issue is they're not very good. Like, they have a very low ceiling. Like, you get this early stage 2 and you think it would just run Pain Train on everything, but it's not that strong. Like, Beedrill is horrible. Like, never worth the investment to go out of your way to get a Beedrill. I think his best move in Gen 1 was Twin Needle, which was good against Psychic types, but there's really only a handful of them in the game anyway. And they are problematic because Psychic is broken in this game, but it's not enough to justify doing the grind it takes to get a Beedrill and then keep it the whole way. There's just not enough damage in his kit to be ever worth it at all. Which is sad, because Beedrill's a cool-looking Pokemon. Mega Beedrill's badass, too. So, just a lot of really weird intricacies that came about in Gen 1. And they've just kept up with the trend. Like, there's always a 3-stage bug Pokemon in every generation that's trash. Like, Beautifly's garbage, Dustox is garbage, Shedinja's okay. He's very niche, but he's there. Like, if you pull off a good Shedinja against somebody, it's unbeatable. I think he gets beat by status ailments, though, if I'm not mistaken. Now we know confusion. Now Butterfree's worth something. That's good. I kind of wanted to get that grind out of the way. Thank goodness we could do that here on stream. Video, sorry guys. I used to stream all the time. So my brain's kind of there a lot of the time, which is funny. But that's... We're going to heal up, and then we might go tackle those other 2 trainers real quick. And then we'll wrap it up and call it apart. So hopefully everybody's week's going good. Like I said, yeah, let's keep running into the sign. Like I said, I really hope everybody's doing good. I'm kind of debating buying this Magikarp over here. It would take forever to grind him up, though. And if we did get him, he'd pretty much break this run. Not like we could just break this run at any given moment anyway, because all you have to do is overgrind. But Gyarados is just ridiculously strong in Gen 1. I do not want to fight her because Jigglypuff is absolutely annoying. I personally would rather play in traffic than go against Jigglypuff. Like, it's not worth your sanity. Jigglypuff being put to sleep is the most annoying thing that was ever conceived. Pikachu needs a little love, but there's really only one good option here, and that's to drop down here and go against this level 14 Sparrow, I think is what it is. Pretty sure this is level 14 Sparrow here. It may even be 15. Yeah, this could be a trap. If you're not ready for this fight, this is the dude who will clown you. Because, like, if you're running Bulbasaur and Butterfree and all those guys, you're in trouble against this Sparrow. Unless you're overgrinded, which is also a thing. I think it's Spearow, isn't it? Because, like, obviously... Sparrow or is it Spearow? Because I know it's Fearow in his evolution, and not Pharaoh. Maybe it is. Let me know in the comments section. We did not get a level off that. A 5-level gap, and we didn't get a level up off that. That sucks. That feels bad to the max. I figured we were missing somebody. Damn it. I thought this was the girl who had the Ekans, but I think I'm wrong. I don't know if we win this fight. I'm pretty certain Pikachu loses this. Pretty hard. Trust me, Rattata is not this strong. I think the computer gets a boosted Rattata. And I only say that because I've had Rattatas and they don't hit like buses. They're like, they always kind of hit in the mediocre range. Unless you vastly outlevel somebody. Very nice. Get a level up. Oh, the Nidoran female! How did I forget about this? Oh, I just called it Nidoran female. Feels bad, man. Yikes. I guess we'll have a battle here. Who's is stronger? His is doing about 9 damage. Let's watch the damage here. We'll get a good idea. Oh! Hey man, listen. This is what happens when you don't EV train. This is the consequence. You should have read the guide. You should have grinded up those Clefairies or something. Oh! Oh, we got him. Nice. And we snagged the level up. So we're in a pretty solid spot. Everybody's kind of coming along very nicely. So we'll go back, heal up, and that will be today's episode. Nice. So in the next episode, we'll plow through Mount Moon. I think what I'm going to do, because of the nature of Mount Moon, is if the encounter rate gets ridiculous, I will edit it out, I promise. I usually don't bother too much with editing parts out because I'm pretty methodical in my playthroughs. But in this instance, if it's like 20 encounters in about 10 seconds, I'll edit them out. I'll just keep tabs of it as I play. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's part. In the next episode, we will conquer Mount Moon and get over to Cerulean City and get ready to fight Misty because she's going to get it. There's just no other way to say it. No other way to say it. Hope you guys are having a good week. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your morning, whatever you got going on. I appreciate you watching all the way to this part. If you like what you see, just leave a comment down below. And let me know if you kept up with current Pokemon games and which one's your favorite as of right now. And I'll catch you guys in the next part. Thank you very much. I'm out.